Good evening, everybody. You are about to enter a world of imagination. A world where battles are fought on hexes and grids, either virtually or in person. Yes, there was a little bit of a glitch. I do apologize. But we're all here now, and we are ready to get our stream on. How is everybody doing this evening? I want to say hi to everybody in the chat. Captain Pennsylvania, what's up? Everyday Geeks, yo, Wu-Tang Wells in the house. How's the music sound? Everything sound okay? Timmy Turner, good evening, sir. Lisa Lur, there is a bit of business we have to take care of with you. Figure out how to do that. I need to give Lisa a wrench, although I don't know if I can figure out how to do that at the moment. Lisa, congratulations, you have earned a wrench. But we'll get to that in a little bit. Second Street Marvel, what is up, Trinity? Good to see you. Gray, hello. Callisto, good evening. So, welcome everybody to our pre-stream for the 24-hour stream that's going to be this Saturday, the 8th. So tonight, we got a few things on our plate. So, before we talk about that, let's get in the library. Oh, so much more comfortable in here. It's cold out there. Big wrench, Lisa. Yes, Friday the 8th into Saturday the 9th. The stream is going to be benefiting Take This. And I'm going to post a link right now before we get started to that. Let's see. This right here. Oh, I have to sign in the chat. So I'm going to pop the link up in a second here. There you go. I'm putting the link in the chat. That is to our Tiltify page to benefit Take That. So I'm going to do that tonight. And for anybody who wants to learn how to create a character in D&D, we are going to do that. And I'd also, again, like to thank Lisa. She has given us a couple spots in one of her campaigns to, she's created a bunch of characters for the stream, and given us the ability to go in and create more. And what is wonderful is she has purchased all the books from D&D Beyond. So that means we have access to the entire selection of character traits and all the fancy goodness that you may not get if you just go to a random page, random character creator. So we're going to go over that tonight. So I tell you what, first, we're going to get a little creepy. What's that sound? That sounds like creepy music. That must mean it's time for the minute. That's right. That's what we like to do at the beginning of every stream. Or at least I like to do, and you like to pretend to be interested. We're going to go over one of the second edition Ravenloft books. Tonight, The Awakening. That's right. The Awakening was published by TSR in 1994. Good old spooky 1994. Way back before the World Wide Web. Actually, the World Wide Web may have been around. I don't remember. I was too busy playing on BBS Sports. But anyway, let's just talk some Ravenloft. Should bring the house lights down. No, we'll leave them up. I don't want you to get too scared. Anyway, so this is The Awakening. Upon the horse plains of Nova Vasa, the Kashka bluffs rise from the earth like gigantic misshapen tumors. Are there any appropriate shaped tumors? I thought. Okay, anyway. They give up the stone to feed their sheer walls of Castle Farhaven. But lately, they have yielded stranger objects, figurines, coins, and other odd artifacts whose curse those foolish enough to claim them. Now, the ancient priestess Shashamet has awakened from a timeless sleep to come and take them back. we're going to take an in-depth look at this a little bit later, but we're just going to read the intro, which is scary enough. Even in such a time that takes trust, our youth, our joys, are all we have. And even pays but with earth and dust, low in the dark silent grave. When we have wandered all our ways, shuts up the story of our days. But from this earth, this grave, this dust, my God shall rise me up, I trust. Laid to rest in the dark tombs and deep crypts, the dead wait patiently for the gods to call them back to life. The dust settles on the stone lids of their sarcophagi. The masonry of their tombs begins to crumble, and the earth shifts above them, hiding their final resting places. Embalmed, laid to rest, and accompanied by all they held dear in life, the dead listen for the whispers to call their gods. Woe to the grave robber who desecrates their tombs. Woe to the poor wretch who stumbles across one of their resting places, disturbing their slumber. Horrible curses will follow in that unfortunate footsteps, like foul breath of evil from beyond the grave. The Awakening. As you can tell, it's about mummies. I know, it was a hard cut. Sorry. Lisa said not all of them, just the ones with classes and races. Yes, but thank you anyway. So this is obviously an ode to mummies, but we're going to take an in-depth look at that a little bit later. Yeah. Oof. How'd the new music sound? Have fun with that. All right, so let's talk a little bit about what's going on this Saturday. And I had kind of I was gonna record this to clip it out, but I think I'm gonna do a separate video on it, so I'm not gonna get too formal. But so 2020 obviously was a pretty bad year for a lot of people. A lot of mental health problems. I know I had my fair share, so I decided to partner with Tiltify to do a 24-hour charity stream. All the we're gonna basically play D&D for 24 straight hours. I've got a lot of people who want to participate, so we're gonna start off with 4, and then we're gonna go from there. If anybody wants to participate, there's still some room. And I'm going to post the link to our Discord right now. And if anybody hasn't joined our Discord and wants to, hop on over there, and we will we'll get you situated and in touch with a way to join us. So, all right, so let's take a look at exactly what the Tiltify page looks like. So I'm gonna bring that up. Let's see. Oops, that's the wrong one. So this is the Tiltify page. As you can see, wow. Okay, we've actually raised $40 already, which is great. Let's see who the donors are. Linda and Jerry donated $20, and Aunt Vicky and Uncle. I'm not sure who the uncle is. They also donated $20. So that's $40 towards our $300 goal, which is pretty good so far, for not having even started streaming yet. It's Uncle Eric. Okay. So let me just read you the campaign blurb here. Polyhedra Paradise, as a group, is committed to help raise awareness of the importance of taking care of your mental health in life as a whole, specifically in the gaming TTRPG community. All money raised will directly go to Take This and their endeavor. And this is a little bit about Take This. Take This is a 501c3 nonprofit mental health organization providing comprehensive resources and support that is tailored to the unique needs of the game development community and embraces the diverse cultures and issues of the gaming community. We combine clinical best practice with love of all things gamer, providing a safe, accepting space for gamers and developers. We work in the spirit of partnership with other organizations addressing these issues among game enthusiasts, streamers, and creators. Take this key programs are the AFK rooms at conventions, staffed with mental health spaces starting in 2014, workshops, trainings, and consulting services based on mental health literacy, maintaining good boundaries, supporting employees through tough times, and the Streaming Ambassador Program. And I just think they do fantastic work, which is why I'm super excited to raise money for them. Now, we don't have to stop at $300. We can just keep going. We can update the funds, update the goals as we go to stretch goals, and let's see how far we can go. So I really hope everybody can make it out. So let's go back to the library. So, stream doing good. Everybody hear me okay? All right, because we are going to create a character in a couple minutes, but let's take a look at something real quick. I was thinking on the back of Wonder Woman 1984, which I don't know, has everybody seen that out there? Let me know in chat if everybody's seen it. Because one of my favorite actors in it is in it, a man by the name Chris Pine. And we got some good news recently. The actor Chris Pine is going to be the face of Dungeons and Dragons moving forward. Good old Chris Pine, good old Captain Kirk. This article is from Variety. It says, Chris Pine to star in Dungeons & Dragons movie for Paramount. Now, there's a little bit more information than we first got in this article. It says, Chris Pine is in negotiations to star in Dungeons & Dragons, Paramount, and E1's upcoming film adaptation of the popular fantasy role-playing game. Jonathan Goldstein and John Francis Daly, the duo best known for Game Night, starring Rachel McAdams and Jason Bateman, are directing the movie and writing the screenplay, which is based on a draft by Michael Gillio. Not familiar with Michael Gillio, but I've seen Date Night. I mean, Game Night. Put a pin in that. We'll come back. Paramount is co-producing and co-financing the Dungeons & Dragons movie with Hasbro and E1. E1 is distributing the movie in the UK and Canada, while Paramount is handling the rollout in the rest of the world. Release date was recently pushed back from November 2021 to May 2022, which probably means they haven't even started filming yet. So, Jeremy Lachman is producing the movie for E1, which Hasbro has acquired last year. So Hasbro was purchased E1. Brian Goldner is producing for Hasbro. Dungeons & Dragons was first adapted into a movie for New Line Cinemas in 2000. The film, which starred Justin Whalen, Marlon Wayans, and Jeremy Irons, was a critical and commercial flop. Jeremy Irons chewed the scenery up like a dog with a pork chop. I've never seen a man overact more than that. Oof. That was something. Maybe one day, hey, put a 1 in the chat if you're interested. Maybe one day we'll do a rewatch of a Dungeons and Dragons movie online, and we can just rip it good. Yes, put a 1 in the chat if you think you'd be interested in a D&D movie night. So let me read on here. Let's see. The upcoming iteration has been in the works for years. It was originally set up at Warner Brothers with Ansel Elgort being considered for the lead role. Oh, good old Ansel. I'm really sorry he didn't get it. At the time, Goosebumps filmmaker Rob Letterman was set to direct. After a legal battle between Sweet Pea Entertainment and Hasbro over the ownership rights, the film was moved to Paramount. Paramount just snatching up all those properties. They got the Hulk, they got D&D, they got... I mean, that pretty much is it, right? Chris McKay was brought in to helm the film before he was replaced by Goldstein and Daly in 2019. Pine would next be seen alongside Gal Gadot in the superhero movie Wonder Woman 84, reprising his role as ghost rapist and love interest Steve Trevor. The sequel to 2007 smash hit Wanda Ba 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 Ba. He's also in some other stuff with Florence Pugh. Okay. So, let's see. I was rooting for Joe Manganiello, Sam Jackson, Vin Diesel, and a long list. Joshua, I would love to see that movie. Captain Pennsylvania, I love the movie. Okay, Gray, Timmy, Captain Pennsylvania. There's a lot of ones. Callisto, Russell. Yep. Yeah. Okay. So we'll get that on a movie night, maybe around my birthday, which is March. Send all your cards to Jason Preston, P.O. Box. No, all your birthday cards, that is. Anyway, so my thoughts for a Dungeons and Dragons movie and why the other movies failed. So I'm just gonna pause the music for a second. I pause the music because we need to talk here. We need to talk. Okay. So let's be honest here. When you take out the stuff that makes Dungeons and Dragons, the lore, the experience, the specific creatures, you have very generic, accessible fantasy. Accessible, generic. These are two words that really don't go well. Now, I know before you get mad, I know there's a lot of lore in Dungeons and Dragons. Yes, it could be fun, but and it'd be great to explore. But I don't think they're going to niche down and really give us a Forgotten Realms movie. I think if they were smart, and this is what I would do, and if you're listening, Paramount, listen, put your ears on. I know you got two of them. There's four of them. There's four producers. But anyway, what I would do, this may have been done before, but I would make the movie where it's Chris Pine and his friends playing Dungeons and Dragons, having experiences at the table, showing Dungeons and Dragons not as this part of like this mythic world where you're seeing dragons, you're seeing all this fun stuff. That's not Dungeons and Dragons. That's fantasy. This is Dungeons and Dragons, but it's not. But I guess what I'm getting at is, if you're going to sell me on a Dungeons and Dragons movies, sell me on the Dungeons and Dragons experience. Sell me on friends getting together at a table, intercut them playing at the table, having fun, goofing off, doing crazy things, and then show me what that looks like on film. You have to bring humor to it. You have to bring a lightheartedness to it. You can't have a somber, dramatic fantasy movie as your Dungeons and Dragons movie. You can't, because that's not what Dungeons and Dragons is. Of course, it's the fantasy aspect, but it's also the experience of your friends at the table. And if you don't make that Dungeons and Dragons movie, you are doomed to fail. Doomed to fail. Natural one. But you make that other Dungeons and Dragons movie, the one with the friends at the table, the ones with them having a good time, the ones with them convincing them to do crappy stuff, the ones with them rolling ones, epically failing and falling off a damn cliff, hitting their head on the way down, and their friends trying to resurrect them. That movie, that's a natural 20. And Chris Pine could pull that off because he's funny. Throw Justin Timberlake in there, Idris Elba, and Joe Manganiello, and you got yourself a hit. All right, I'm done being serious. Bring back the music. I mean, what do you guys think? You think that movie would sell? I think it would be. I think it would be a hit, but I don't think it's gonna do well if it's the other way around. So they could be making a mistake if they try to go serious. You're gonna have another Jeremy Irons on your hand. So, 11 seconds, the first one. Depends if you say more cocaine fueled craze. You know, what are you gonna do? It's Tuesday. There's always cocaine on Tuesdays. All right, so let's get to why we're here. Does everyone want to get to why we're here? There's Chris Pine's lovely face again. Character building. So, I'm going to, let's see. The thing about that is you can already watch people playing for free. Yes, I know you can watch people playing for free, but you can't have the segments where you see those players at the table, then go and have those experiences with the dragons. So it would be split. It'd be like you show them at the table having fun, well shot, and then you show them as their characters in the film fighting monsters. And like whatever they rolled at the table, then what happened in the film. But hey, what do I know? Just a guy in the world. Sasha cannot walk up and down stairs, and that would be funny. Yes, it's true. I don't like it in real life. Blend to tabletop imaginary world. You wouldn't watch that. Okay, it's fair enough, Josh. That's fair enough. The only one I like is Neverending Story in real life. I just want to see the core world of D&D. That's fair. That's fair. I wouldn't mind watching the core world of D&D if they actually dug into the lore. If they didn't make it generic. So, All right, but enough about that. Let's go on to our characters. Over in our Discord, there is a link to the 24-hour stream. In there, I believe we're going to have a link to this. Lisa was kind enough to set up a spot on D&D Beyond. It's called Take This Fundraiser. Yancy Deffin has invited you to take this fundraiser. Please select the character you want to join below or create a character. And I think it's time we get funky on this one. Hey, kick it up for creating a character. Haha, mixing up the music. So there's a whole bunch of characters here that have already been created. If you, link is in the characters channel. Thank you, Lisa. This is why you need a wrench. I could also place it here if I'm allowed to. Lisa, do I have your permission to place it in the chat? Oh, I may do that in a bit when I can figure out how to multitask. Sure. Okay. I'll get to it in a bit when I have more than two hands. Okay, so let me get you a close up here. And that's not it. There we go. Okay. It pains me a lot to take my face off the screen, but I'll do it for you guys. So, okay. So up here we have create a character. And these are characters that have already been created. And I believe they're up for grabs. But today, because we want to learn how to make a character, we're going to start from scratch. So let's get back here. So we'll go to create a character. So character's name. For the purposes of this, we're going... Oh, let me back up a second. So one thing I wanted to tell you guys, if you're a new player and you're not comfortable with making a character for the stream, but you still want to play, in honor of Mr. Chris Pine becoming Mr. D&D, we're going to take a cue from his Wonder Woman 1984 character, and we're going to create the Handsome Man, and we're going to have everybody walk in his shoes. We're going to have everybody walk in his shoes. So he's going to be a character that's going to follow us through this campaign, assuming he doesn't die. And if you don't want to create your own character, when somebody steps out, they're just going to step right in to play this guy. So although the person's character in-game is not going to change, the people playing him will change hands, a la Chris Pine's character in Wonder Woman 84. Anyway, back to the character creations board. Okay, so we're going to name him Handsome Man. Oh, we can make turtles. Oh, thank you, Lisa. We can make a turtle now, thanks to Greg, who bought the turtle package. So for anybody who doesn't know, turtles are exactly what they sound like. Imagine like Ninja Turtles, but they like to hide a lot. I don't know. Turtles are pretty interesting cats. All right, so we're gonna do character's name, Handsome Man, because that's how he's officially credited. Handsome Man Chris. Handsome Man Chris. There will be no Wishing Stone McGuff in this show. All right, character preferences. For our example, I never played D&D, but it looks and sounds fun too. Timmy, then if you've never played D&D before and you want to play in 24-hour stream, then the Handsome Man is your guy. We compare you with people who've played. The biggest thing you'll have to worry about is role-playing. Everybody else help you walk along. You don't have to worry about creating them. So we're going to do that here. All right, let me go to the close-up screen. Okay. So, this is on my end. Allow or restrict sources to be used for this character. So, homebrew content, yes. No critical role, no playtest. Magic the Gathering, new. Eberron, new. So, dice rolling. Enable digital dice rolling for this character. Yes. Optional features. We'll click on optional class features and customize your origin. Advancement type. For our purposes, we're going to go milestone. Now, for anybody who doesn't know, when you level up in D&D, there's a few different ways you can do it, but the two most common are milestone and experience points. We're not going to be playing long enough for you to gather enough experience points to level up, so we're going to set our advancement at milestone. Hit point type. We're going to, when leveling up, increase your hit points by the fixed value for your chosen class, or manually enter a rolled value. We're going to manually enter it. So let's change that to manual. Are you sure you wanted to change your hit points manually? Doing so, manage, use, confirm. Okay. Oops, let me get you a little closer here. Okay, so we did that. Prerequisites. Allow or restrict choices based on rule prerequisites for the following character. Yes. So feats and multi-class requirements sometimes require you to hit certain prerequisites. We're going to do that. Prerequisite is, I mean, everybody knows what prerequisites are, right? I think. Show scaled level spells. Okay, All right, right down here where it says encumbrance type. This is use the standard encumbrance rules, disable the encumbrance display, or use more detailed rules for encumbrance. All right. So everybody here in chat who's playing, want you guys to let me know right now. Give me just a yes or no. Do you want to play with encumbrance rules? Do we want to manage, like, how much weight we're going to carry? Let me know with a yes or no while I pick up my spring. I got a spring loose. All right, so see, Wells says no. Lisa says yes. Gray, no. Captain Pennsylvania with his customary word with a question mark at the end? Yes. I think the word you were looking for was no, Cap. All right, so, I mean, I vote no. I don't feel like keeping track of it, especially not for the 24-hour stream. The no's have it. So, no encumbrance. Coins do not count against your total weight. 50 coins equals 1 pound. Yes. Thank you, Gray. I appreciate that. I've been working on my Captain Pennsylvania impression. A Billy score modifier. Modifier's top or scores on the top. Everybody in chat, I'm going to come back to you guys again because this is always a bone of contention. Should the number be up top with the modifier at the bottom, or should the modifier be at the bottom with the number at the top? See if you caught that trick. Or should the number be at the bottom with the modifier at the top? Boy, I just realized it's going to be awful hard for you to answer that question. So we'll just ask it one way. Modifier, top or bottom? We'll just leave it at that. Confuse the hell out of your viewers. That's a good way to keep them engaged. Let's just confuse them. Number on top, mod on the bottom always. I agree, Gray. So we'll go score stop. Okay. Character privacy. Toggle viewing in character to private. Only you can public. Okay, so we're going to do public because this is going to be public. All right, so we're going to go on to next now that that's all filled out. And I took forever doing it. Choose a race. So we got all sources. So let's see here. We got Aarakocra, Aasimar, Bugbear, Dragonborn, Dwarf, Elf, Furbog, Ganassi. Ganassi has 4 sub-races. Gnome, Goblin, Goliath, Half-Elf, Half-Orc, Halfling, Hobgoblin, Human, Kenku, Kobold, Lizardfolk, Orc, Tabaxi, Tiefling, Triton, Yuan-ti, Pureblood. It doesn't matter as long as you know what those numbers mean. That's true. It's just a flavor thing. All right, so because we're making Handsome Man, and Handsome Man is meant to be easily accessible to most people who are just going to be popping in and out, we're going to make Handsome Man a human. So it's just to make it easy. All right. I know. I'm disappointing everybody who wants to get all crazy. But, so let's pick human. There's human. Variant human. What's a variant human? We'll just go straight on human. Humans. Let's see. Let's bring this up so you guys can see it better. Humans are the most adaptable, ambitious people among the common races. Whatever drives them, humans are the innovators, the achievers, and the pioneers of the worlds. Racial traits, they get a +1 to all ability scores, and they earn an extra language. So that's good. Your ability scores increase by 1. Languages, you can... Oh, you get a feat at first level with variant human. Okay. Nah, that's... We'll just go with regular human. Ability score increase. Okay, so... Languages, you can speak, read, and write common and 1 extra language of your choice. Humans typically learn the languages of other people they deal with, including obscure dialects. They are fond of sprinkling their speech with words borrowed from other tongues. Orc curses, Elvish musical expressions, Dwarvish military phrases, Spanglish, so on and so on. So we're going to take the Spanglish human. All right, we've chosen that race. All right, so moving right along. Let's see. Let's pick a language. So for this, you can see on this list here, if anybody goes and makes their character, there's a crap ton of languages to choose from. I'm sorry, I guess I shouldn't say crap ton. But I think for our game, I would recommend that people take something simple like Orcish or Dwarvish. So we're gonna make Handsome Man speak Celestial, because Diana was a god. No, we can't do that. I mean, we could, but it wouldn't be any use. All right, so let's pick. What did I just say? We'll pick Dwarvish. Okay. So our guy can speak Dwarvish. All right, choose a class. Okay, so we're making this simple for everybody. Chat, give me a race that's simple, that's easily accessible to new players, but still has some panache to it, some flavor. What do you guys think we should make this man? Gray says simple fighter. I kind of agree with you, Gray. Simple fighter. Let's see. Simple fighter. Simple fighter or... Yep. Yeah, we're going to go with simple fighter. Bow and arrow specialist. Okay. So, a fighter, a master of martial combat. Oops. Sorry, you guys can't see that. There you go. A master of martial combat, skilled with a variety of weapons and armor. Hit die is a D10. And for those of you who don't know, a hit die is the numbered die you roll to determine your hit points. Primary ability, strength or dexterity. Keep that in mind, strength or dexterity. Saves, strength and constitution. You're going to get a fighting style at first level. Second wind at second level. And that's you have a well of stamina that you can draw on to protect yourself from harm. On your turn, you can use a bonus action to regain hit points equal to 1d10 plus your fighter level. Once you use this feature, you must finish a short or long rest before you use it again. Then there's some more things that you get going all the way up, far up the scale. We're not going to cover all those, but this is what we're going to pick. We're going to pick the regular fighter. So let's take a look here. Hit points. So we're going to adjust our character to level 4 because for the purposes of our campaign, that's what level they're going to start at. 4. Proficiencies. So we're going to choose hit points first level. Okay, so we're going to determine our hit points in a few minutes. So proficiencies. Choose 2 proficiencies at first level. So let's take acrobatics. This part here, you're going to choose what you're proficient in. So I'm going to take acrobatics. And all right, chat, between athletics and intimidation, what do you guys think between those two? So I want him to be shifty, but I also want him to be intimidating. So what do you guys think? Athletic. I tend to agree with you. All right, let's go with athletic. Okay. Fighting style. Choose your fighting style at first level. So there is just a lot of different options here. So I'm want to go with something that is easy for newcomers. And let's see what the archery fighting style is. I think this is going to work good because it's going to give this person a +2 bonus to attack rolls if you make them with ranged weapons. So that's something nice and simple that I think even newcomers could understand. Second wind. So at second wind, you have a limited well of stamina that you can draw on to protect yourself from harm. On your turn, you can use a bonus action to regain hit points equal to 1d10 plus your fighter level. Once you regain this feature, you must finish a short or long rest before you can use it again. Let's see, action search, second level. This is what we have here. Action search, starting at second level, you can push yourself beyond your normal limits for a moment. On your turn, you can take one additional action. Once you use this feature, you must finish a short rest before Tuesday. Short rest before you can use it again. Starting at 17th level, you can use it twice before a long rest, but only on the same turn. Okay. So at third level, we get to pick a martial archetype. Martial archetype is a way to funnel your character down to things he really does well. So it's like you choose different combat styles, either champion, battle master, eldritch knight. You get these features at third level. So these features are going to come into play for this campaign. So let's see. I want to pick something simple. So let's see, champion. Let's see. Don't have the. Oh, darn it. We'll go battle master. So, combat superiority. When you choose this archetype at third level, you learn maneuvers that are fueled by special dice called superiority dice. Nope, that's gonna be a little different. Champion is probably the easiest. Yeah. Thank you, Lisa. Appreciate it. Improve critical at third level. Yep. So to improve critical, you basically, when you roll a 19 or a 20, you get that's a critical. So normally crits are on 20, but improve critical, you got a much better chance. ASI at fourth level. We're gonna get an ability score improvement or a feat. So I'm gonna take a feat for this particular person. So let's see. Feat. We're gonna go dual wielder. So dual wielder is going to be good because it's going to grant you a +1 bonus to armor class when you're wielding a separate melee weapon in each hand. You can use two-weapon fighting even when one-handed melee weapons you're wielding aren't light. So you can take two long swords and fight them. Like picture the guy from Willow, the fat Batman, before he was fat and Batman. Kiefer Sutherland. No, that wasn't it. Val Kilmer. That's it. Val Kilmer from Willow. Yep. Madmartigan. So this is just stuff that's all available at higher levels, so we're not going to worry about that right now. So let's move on to next. Thank you, Gray. Val Kilmer, yes. Choose a ability score generation method. But I took the archery fighting style, guys. I know, but I just wanted to get the improved attack with the ranged weapon. I know. I make suboptimal characters. It just happens that way. Choose a generation method. So we're gonna go with a standard array. So there's typically 3 different ways you can generate your ability scores. Either standard array, which gives you a predetermined set of numbers. You can manually roll them, and it's tired. And I'm tired, so that's why I did that. Or you can manually roll them. And the way I do it, it's different for a lot of different people. But I will roll 5d6, take off the highest and take off the lowest. So it leaves you with 3d6s, and that you generate 6 sets of those numbers, then you put them where you want it. But I think for here, we're just gonna, and then there's point buy where you start off with an 8 and everything, then you're given 27 points to redistribute wherever you want. I believe those are the numbers off the top of my head. It's been a while. But for today, we're just going to use the standard array of numbers. It's a little easier. So let's see. Do strength. So I want to put our highest number in strength. It burns us. It burns us. Sorry. So we're going to put a 15th in strength because that's going to be one of our prime stats. Now, I know me personally, I like to have a very high constitution because I like those added hit points. So I'm going to go my second highest in constitution. Y'all can disagree with me if you want. And then dexterity for me, the third highest, 13 dex. Let's see, I got some bonuses down there. So I want to be able to, do I want to be able to talk my way? Which one do I want as my dump stat? I'm going to go intelligence as my dump stat. We're going to leave it 8 in intelligence. We're going to go 10 in wisdom and then a 12 in charisma. So there we go. So this gentleman has a 16 strength that gives him a +3 modifier. He has a 14 dexterity that gives him a +2 modifier. 15 constitution, that's a +2 modifier. Now that's going to give us bonuses to hit points from constitution. And intelligence is a 9. It's a negative modifier, -1. He not that smart. That's fine. Wisdom is 11. Slightly wise. It's average wisdom. And his charisma is a +1. So he's less charismatic than me. But, that's cool. Okay, so background. Looking for something not on the list below. Unlock all the options in Marketplace. So let's see what we got for options. Now, normally when you're playing, you want to think of something that really fills out like the character that you're creating, something that plays on his like what you're going for, like as a character. Well, excuse me. I didn't belch. I just like breathed in and it gurgled, so that doesn't count. I think let's go with something that fits a soldier or like a warrior. So let's see, soldier. War has been your life as long as you care to remember. You trained as a youth, studied use of weapons and armor, learned basic survival techniques, including how to stay alive in the battlefield. You may have been part of a standing national army or mercenary company, just like the handsome man. Or perhaps a member of a local militia who rose to prominence during a recent war like World War I. When you choose this background, work with the DM to determine which military organization you were part of, how far through the ranks you progressed, and what kind of experiences you had during your military career. Was it a standing army, a town guard, village militia, or it might have been a nobles, merchant, or private army or mercenary company? Let's see. I don't know if I want to go with the soldier. What do you guys think in chat? Do you think we should go soldier? Think we should go something else? Colonel spy, medical veterinarian, urban bounty hunter. Oh, there's an urban bounty hunter. I haven't seen that yet. All right. Well, you know what? Let's go with super soldier. I don't think they have super soldier on their cap. That's cloistered soldier. It's different. How about a criminal? Like a criminal fighter. So the criminal, your experience with a criminal history of breaking the law. You spend time doing a lot of other criminal things and still have contacts with the criminal underworld. You're far closer than most people to the world of murder, theft, violence, and general run-amuckery that pervades the underbelly of civilization. And you have survived up to this point by flouting the rules and regulations of society. Skill proficiency, deception, and stealth. But we don't have a high dex. All right, we're gonna give him the criminal spy background. Criminal contact. So this person has a reliable and trustworthy contact who acts as your liaison to a network of other criminals. You know how to get messages to and from your contact, or even over great distances. Specifically, you know the local messengers, corrupt caravan masters, and seedy sailors who can deliver message to you. I like this for what we're going for on this stream. I could definitely put this to use. So, suggested characteristics. We could choose 2 personality traits. I always have a plan. I always plan for what to do when things go wrong. And the first thing I do in a new place is note the locations of everything valuable or where such things could be hidden. I don't pay attention to risks in the situation. Never tell me the odds. Han Solo. We'll go with that. Let's see. Ideals. Let's see. We gotta pick one ideal. I like the idea. Let's go. I'm loyal to my friends, not to any ideals, and everyone else can take a trip down to Styx for all I care. We'll go with neutral. That's a neutral response. That's pretty good. Unless your DM has you publicly killed and severs your connection to your guild. Yes, sometimes it happens. People die. Things change. Guilds move on. Bonds. Let's see. Bonds are things that go into your character that give you a sense of purpose within the game. Like give your character like a little bit of a chunk to their backstory. Something that you may not have thought of. But if you were creating this character for yourself, and if you do, you can always sort of create your own bonds and flaws and ideals. These are just guidelines to help you. So never feel like you're completely beholden to what's here. Sorry. Let's see. Something important was taken from me and I aim to steal it back. We'll go with that. Flaws. When I see something valuable, I can't think of anything but how to steal it. When faced with a choice between money and my friends, I usually choose the money. If there's a plan, I'll forget it. If I don't forget it, I'll ignore it. I think that probably works the best for new players. They'll probably be able to play that no problem. What was the plan? I forgot it. We'll ignore it. Character details. Alignment, faith, and lifestyle. Choose alignment. Let's go with neutral. Straight up neutral, because probably won't come into play. Faith, no need. The others. Let's see. Choose an option. Let's just go poor, modest. 1 gold piece a day. Physical characteristics. Okay, here's where it gets sort of wishy-washy, where it really doesn't matter. So we're gonna make this gentleman look like the handsome gentleman looked. Hair black-ish. Skin butter. You are butter. How you Buttery buttery opal. Buttery opal. That's about right. Let's see. Buttery opal eyes. Yes. Height. None of your business. No. He's probably about 6'1" when you say the handsome stranger was in that movie. Well, Chris Pine's only like 5'11". We'll go 5'12" and a half. Did anybody out there get it? Okay. Yeah, moving on. 5'11". All right. There's two trickies there. Okay. 5'11". Weight. Never ask a lady weight. He was beefy. Let's go 190. 215. That sounds good. 215. Age in years, he's a human, 4th level, so I'm going to say he's probably no more than 23, 24. But he got a late start in life. Let's say he got a late start in life. So let's go 30. He's 30. Gender. Well, he's a handsome man, so we're kind of stuck there. Mon. We'll call him Mon. M-O-N. Handsome Mon. Personal characteristics. Personality traits. Okay, we've already got these. This is just where it It just repeats it. Notes, organizations, allies, enemies, backstory, other. Okay, we don't need to fill that in right now. So if you were making this for yourself, you could really fill your character out right here, where you can add notes on your character page, different organizations you were in, like Thieves Guild, or a member of the Emerald Enclave, or part of Aslan's Acrobats, or part of Fahim's fedora wearing, frolicking frogs. You know, whatever organization you may have not, you may or may not belong to. Backstory, really fill that out. Your DMs love it when you hand them like 14 pages of stuff. So like when you write your backstory, make sure you really dig in, tell them about your uncle's cousin's former's roommate. You know, you want to really dig into your background because your DM loves that stuff. So of course my sarcasm meters was high, but for our purposes, we don't really need to fill it out. So this right here, attuned magic items. So you can usually only be, depending on your class, you can only be attuned to 3 magic items. I don't know if it's across the board. I thought there was more than that. Starting equipment. So, choose equipment or gold. We're going to go with a standard equipment package. So this fighter is going to have leather armor, longbow, and no, we're going to go chainmail, and then we're going to do a weapon, 2 martial weapons because we 2-hand fighting. So we'll go longsword and a battle axe. This guy can fight with longsword and a battle axe. And we'll take a light crossbow because we took the ranged fighting option. So criminal spy starting pack. We've got here a crowbar, a set of dark common clothes, including a hood, and a pouch containing 15 gold pieces. So that's pretty good. Add starting equipment. Let's see. Inventory. So we're going to hold off on adding any other starting equipment right now. So this starting gold, I believe I said we had some extras. This, I don't remember what the starting gold was, but we'll take care of that during the start of the game. So let's give him an airship. I think this guy deserves an airship. Some flour. He needs some flour. Filler, armor, potion, ring, rod, scroll, staff, wand. 75. Thank you, Lise. So other gear. So we're gonna click on other gear. No adventurer worth his salt doesn't travel around with flour. And if you don't know why, eventually you'll find out. I don't want to spoil it for you. Well, let's give him a block and tackle. So let's add that. That's only 1 gold piece. Let's get some blasting power. 2 things of blasting powder. I did skip the pack. Okay, sorry. Thank you, Lisa. I'm gonna go back. Back of tool proficiencies. Oh, okay. So just take a dice set, criminal contact. Other sessions. Skip the back from the starting equipment. So I have to go back even further. Okay. Let me just go back and find it. Oh, no. See, here we go. I was on the right page. Okay. I just didn't see it. Starting pack. I'll have to go back to it. Hit more at the top. Okay. There we go. Starting equipment. Thank you so much, Lisa. I appreciate it. So we're gonna equipment. Okay, there it is. All right. So I have to redo this again. So sorry about that, folks. But even dungeon masters make mistakes, and that's why we have awesome people like Lisa to keep us straight. Yeah. So okay. Let's see. Chainmail. We did that. 2 martial weapons. Go back. Long sword and a battle axe. Boy, it's like deja vu. Lighter crossbow. Then let's do a explorer's pack. That includes a backpack, a bedroll, a mess kit, tinderbox, 10 torches, 10 days of rations, and a water skin. The pack also has 50 foot of hempen rope strapped to the side of it. There we go. Now we can move on. Okay. Okay. All right. So that's it. We're going to take a look at the character sheet right now. So, Handsome Man. And we're going to come up with a nice picture of Handsome Man and a nice little Hero Forge emblem. And Handsome Man is going to be our nice little walk-in. So, Handsome Man's strength is a 16. Dexterity is a 14. Constitution, 15, 9, 11. Don't think we really need to go through all this again. But Handsome Man will be able to view and our characters page on the 24-hour stream. So, I know we ran through it really quick. Let's go back to the library. For anybody else, for anybody out there watching who may not have caught all that, it's pretty simple if you get on D&D Beyond and just follow step by step like we did. If you have any questions about what things are, what specific classes do, there's a lot of information available on our Discord, and there's also breakdowns on D&D Beyond. And I still have to talk to some people. So I haven't forgotten you, but as we're getting closer and closer, if the easiest path to doing this for you guys is to play as Handsome Man or another walk-in, that's great, especially if you're not that experienced. But if you still want to create your own character, there's still time to do so. So we're about done for tonight. But before we go, I just want to tell everybody that if you want to be a part of the stream, hop on the Discord and talk. We're going to have a meeting tomorrow night, sort of just like a get-together and a chat about the stream, about how it's going to go. Just sort of a general flow of things. So look for that on the Discord. Tomorrow, I'll probably post a link in the morning. We'll do a Discord chat. We'll get together, talk. I'm being redundant now because I'm tired. So I appreciate everybody for hanging out. I'm going to put a couple links in the chat before we go. And I'm going to say thank you to everybody who showed up tonight. For some of this, it was probably for some people, it was probably a redundant stream because you guys know how to make characters. But I hope if you don't know how to make characters, you at least got a nice little walkthrough, if not a like a very in-depth review. So anybody who wants to go follow us on Twitch, we're going to be streaming on Twitch eventually. Here's a link to Twitch. No, that's the Discord link. I did that again. Here is the link to Streamlabs. We can now take donations directly to the channel. If anybody's interested in doing so, here's the link to that. And the most important reason we're all here and we're all going to be here this weekend is the Tiltify stream to benefit Take This. And the link to that is going up into the chat right now. If you're watching this on the replay, you can pull the links from here. If you're watching it live, you can have them. Take that. Take that. Let's go back out. And as always, thank you for coming here tonight, everybody. In the game of life, may you always roll with advantage. I'll see you over the Discord. I'll see you this Saturday for the stream. I love you all. Thanks for making this a fun night. And I'll catch you in the next video.